Hi there, and welcome to my video presentation for week 4. This will be my video going over a status update over the current project. Right now, we're right on schedule. I currently have a mock-up of the HTML and CSS and different forms and questionnaires created. So let's jump into it. So if we scroll down, we see first thing we're going to have is our dashboard. On here we give a brief summary of where we're at the project right now, and then a really nice visual to give the user an idea of everything that still needs to be done, what has been done, what's currently being done, and just give them kind of a visual timeline of that. Next we have the questionnaire, which is just several basic questions to get an idea of how the client feels after looking at these HTML mockups and everything, and get an idea of if anything should change or not, or if they're happy with what is currently there. So if we continue scrolling down, we have all of our different pages, as like we saw last week. In a minute I'll jump over to the actual HTML page where everything is. But if we continue down, we have all of our pages, and then I've also created a change request form, which just gets basic information from the person and then what exactly they want to change, and then the designer will come back and finish filling out the form with how it'll affect the timeline and what kind of budget changes will need to be made. And then if we scroll down further, we have our sign-off page. So that's all for this. Let's go ahead and look at the HTML and CSS now. So as you can see, we have all of our pages set up in one HTML file right now. I did a basic proto site, ran a script on my Illustrator file, and it created the HTML output. I then went in and changed some CSS to make it function better. It still has a way to go, but it's a pretty good starting point. We have our basic page with our login and links and different things like that. So if we continue scrolling down, a couple of things that will need to be changed are colors. And we keep scrolling down, we have our timesheet and be able to add entries, look up things. And this is our previous hours of the timesheet. And then if we keep scrolling, we have our tasks and the ability to add a task and complete them, etc. And then finally we have our forms page with all of our available forms and the ability to look up entries, if you're an admin of course. And here's an example of a form, and here's an example of a lookup of a specific form. So moving forward in the project, there's going to be some refinement of the HTML and CSS, obviously, to make it look real good and sharp. After that, we'll start actually implementing some of the back-end technology with the server and URL management, etc. And from there, we'll go into our beta testing and refine more, and then finally hit our release date. So that's where we're currently at. Thank you for watching.